WWE splitting up Roman Reigns' titles at WrestleMania 39. Bray Wyatt stuck in WWE. WWE denied Logan Paul's pitch to face John Cena at WrestleMania 39. Cody Rhodes not winning the Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley issues a warning to the Bloodline boring. Let's jump right into it. Bray Wyatt stuck in WWE. Bray Wyatt is one of the biggest stars in WWE. He is a unique superstar who does not need to wrestle frequently to have engaging feuds. This has been the case for his feud against LA Knight, and former writer Vince Russo has pointed out an issue with the feud. The Eater of the Worlds made his return to WWE last October at the Extreme Rules 2022 Premium Live event. He has yet to wrestle in a match since joining. However, he is embroiled in a feud against LA Knight, which has grown increasingly personal over the weeks. Speaking on Legion of Raw, Vince Russo lamented the fact that the former WWE champion is feuding against someone who is not an established star like Bray. He then noted that nobody in the company meant anything. Chris, I've always been a huge Bray Wyatt fan. Okay, I don't watch SmackDown, but when I see what's going on SmackDown, my first reaction is, what? Why are we booking his first program with the Harlem Night dude, LA Knight? Ella whatever. What? Why are you booking a Bray Wyatt with a guy like this? I mean, what do you think he should go against? Somebody with who is established. Somebody that means something. Which is the problem, because nobody means anything, Vince Russo said. Bray Wyatt's first altercation against the former $1 million champion came during a backstage segment. The latter was being interviewed when the former headbutted him. LA Knight called out the former leader of the Wyatt family and told him that his mind games wouldn't affect him. The two got into another physical altercation, which resulted in Uncle Howdy's debut. At first, it appeared that Uncle Howdy was on Wyatt's side, but that was not the case. The sinister character ended up attacking Bray as he dropped him with Sister Abigail. LA Knight and Bray Wyatt will face each other in a Mountain Dew pitch black match at Royal Rumble. It is the first ever match in WWE with a stipulation like that, and nobody is sure how it is going to pan out. Fans hate WWE's plans for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39. WWE fans from around the world took to Twitter to share their thoughts on the company's reported plans for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39. The former Universal Champion's return to the company was followed by the mysterious debut of Uncle Howdy. The ominous character has interrupted Wyatt on numerous occasions since then, even attacking the latter on SmackDown a few weeks back. He has also made his presence felt in multiple segments involving Alexa Bliss segments. Howdy recently assisted Little Miss Bliss during her ringside brawl with Bianca Belair. It was recently reported by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer that WWE is planning a grand showdown between Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy at WrestleMania 39. The report was not well received by fans, as many fear it could lead to another lackluster match from Wyatt at the grandest stage of them all. However, few believe that a storyline between the two could be intriguing. The ongoing storyline between Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy is one of the most intriguing sagas in professional wrestling today. While it earlier appeared that the two might be working together in secret, Uncle Howdy's attack on the former Universal Champion has planted the seeds of doubt in everyone's minds. The mysterious character has also taken an interest in Alexa Bliss, Wyatt's former ally, who betrayed him at WrestleMania 37. However, it is still unknown whether Howdy wants to exact revenge against Bliss or wants to join forces with her. The recently rehired star will wrestle in his first match since returning to the company at Royal Rumble. He will face off against LA Knight in a Mountain Dew pitch black match. Bray Wyatt addressed the crowd on last week's SmackDown ahead of his return match. The 35-year-old cut a cryptic promo that sounded extremely similar to his promos during his first stint with the company. During the promo, Wyatt stated that he is the Eater of Worlds and he is Uncle Howdy, leaving everyone with more questions than answers. While the identity of Uncle Howdy is still unknown, recent reports indicate that he could be Wyatt's real-life brother Bo Dallas. The former WWE star has been present at Raw tapings for the last 2 weeks, and the former Universal Champion even reportedly requested to work with his brother. What do you think is Uncle Howdy's real identity? Let us know in the comments section below. WWE denied Logan Paul's pitch to face John Cena at WrestleMania 39. According to recent reports, WWE denied young superstar Logan Paul's request to face John Cena at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles this April. Following his hard-fought battle against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel 2022, Paul called out another GOAT of WWE, Cena, on his podcast for a match at this year's Show of Shows. Dave Meltzer has reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that WWE was allegedly not interested in a match between the Maverick and Cena. However, there were discussions regarding a possible bout late last year. Logan Paul had asked to be against Cena at WrestleMania, but they never said that. There was definitely talk of Cena versus Logan Paul in November, December, in that range. Cena recently wrestled his first match in over a year as he and Kevin Owens teamed up on the December 30, 2022 episode of WWE SmackDown. They defeated the duo of Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Although the match between Cena and Paul may not happen, it has not stopped fans and experts from predicting the dream bout's possible outcome. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's one-on-one show, Hall of Famer Teddy Long stated that Logan Paul would earn a tremendous amount of credit if he could stand toe-to-toe with Cena on the biggest stage. So anytime you want this, and this is what your dream is, then you're going to do everything to make it happen, and Logan Paul has certainly done that. So I think John Cena deserves a lot of credit, too. But for him to be tagged with a guy like Logan Paul is going to give him a big bump. So you ought to take advantage of it. The Nation leader is rumored to be facing a current champion at the Show of Shows. Who do you want to see John Cena face at WrestleMania 39? Let us know in the comments section below. Cody Rhodes not winning the Royal Rumble. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo gave his honest opinion on Cody Rhodes' return at the Royal Rumble this year. WWE has been airing vignettes for the last 2 weeks to hype the American Nightmare's return to the squared circle. On the latest episode of Raw, a promo video was released which featured Cody Rhodes. In the same video, Rhodes declared that he would be entering the 2023 Royal Rumble Premium Live event. On the latest edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Russo mentioned how Cody Rhodes should promote the event when he knows that he needs to get the ratings up. You know the saying in wrestling is never kayfabe yourself by not announcing somebody, but to me, it depends on where business is. Like if you're rolling, and you know 5 million people are tuning in every week, then you could surprise to death. But when you know if you need to get a ratings bump, if you need to get subscriptions up on Peacock, then you gotta go ahead and you gotta promote, said Russo. In continuation of the interview, Russo predicted that the American Nightmare wouldn't win the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's going to win the Royal Rumble. I think they want to get him in a program because he's going to have a lot of rust. He hasn't wrestled in a long time. I think they're going to probably put him in a program before they elevate him. So that would mean that whoever eliminates him from the Royal Rumble, he could be in a program with that guy, work with that guy, get all the ring rust out, and then stop moving them up the ladder again. Cody Rhodes is currently one of the company's popular babyfaces. While speaking during the same interview, the veteran proposed the idea that WWE should go for a heel turn for Cody. He further added that it would be even better if the company decides to put his wife, Brandy Rhodes, in the storyline. Just put his wife out there with him. That's what you got to do. I swear to God, they're doing these babyface workouts. Do not put his wife in those. I don't know this woman from a hole in the wall, but she just comes across as the most unlikable human being on the planet. Do not put her in these babyface vignettes. What are your thoughts on Cody Rhodes' return at Royal Rumble? Sound off in the comments section below. Rhea Ripley issues a warning to the Bloodline. The Bloodline has continued to dominate WWE since unifying multiple titles across Raw and SmackDown. However, it looks like the stable met their match on WWE Raw when they confronted the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley recently issued a warning to Solo Sikoa following their interaction on the Red brand. Last year, the Bloodline began appearing on both brands after the Usos won the Raw Tag Team Championships from RK Bro and unified the belts. The Usos have crossed over 500 days as champions, but Adam Pearce decided to split the tag belts back and hold 2 #1 contenders matches. Last week, the Judgment Day earned the right to challenge for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Rhea Ripley confronted Solo Sikoa last night after he tried to intimidate Dominic Mysterio. Today, the Eradicator of the Judgment Day had a message for the Enforcer. Step to it, Dominic 3-5, you automatically step to me. I know your intimidation game at WWE, Solo Sikoa, it doesn't faze me. It will be interesting to see what role the 2 powerhouses from each stable will play heading into Raw's 30th anniversary episode, which takes place next week. The Judgment Day has been the dominant stable on the Red brand ever since Edge created it after WrestleMania 38. However, the stable underwent a leadership change when Finn Balor joined the group. Last year, the Judgment Day spent months establishing their place on the roster while feuding with Edge, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, and the OC, and were victorious on numerous occasions. Last week, the stable won the #1 contenders match and earned a shot against the Usos for the Raw Tag Team Championships on the 30th anniversary episode of WWE Raw. Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day will face Jimmy and Jey Uso of the Bloodline in a tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Do you think the Judgment Day will find a way to beat the Bloodline? Sound off in the comments section below. The Bloodline boring. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo recently spoke about not liking the Bloodline. The dominant faction made its way to Monday Night Raw this week. They made it clear that they would take the opportunity to teach Kevin Owens a lesson. Following that, they also announced that Roman Reigns would be on the show next week for his acknowledgement ceremony, where every generation of the Bloodline will acknowledge the tribal chief. Russo was on Legion of Raw, reviewing this week's episode of the Red brand. He said that he was fed up with the Bloodline delivering the same promos every time they were on the flagship show. The former writer mentioned that he was tired of the storyline because it had dragged on for far too long. I don't like the Bloodline. The reason why I don't like it is because it's old, it's worn out, they've beaten it to death. This promo that they cut tonight, every time they're on Raw, they cut the same exact promo. So it has nothing to do with me being out of touch, bro. It has to do with me being bored of the same exact promo every single time they're on Raw. Next week's episode of Raw will mark the 30th anniversary edition of WWE's flagship show. The show will be stacked, with several WWE legends and Hall of Famers making an appearance. The Usos will also put the Raw Tag Team Championship on the line against Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. The Gothic faction earned the title opportunity after they won a Tag Team Turmoil contest last week on Raw. Who do you think will reign supreme over the Raw Tag Team division? Sound off in the comments section below. WWE splitting up Roman Reigns' titles at WrestleMania 39. Roman Reigns has cemented his spot as one of the all-time greatest champions and leading event talent in the history of WWE. The Tribal Chief has managed to keep a stronghold on both top titles, but his historic run as the champion could be coming to an end soon this year. Reigns captured the Universal Championship from Bray Wyatt at Payback 2020 and won the WWE Championship from his longtime rival Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38. The head of the table still holds both titles to this day and has overcome every challenge put in front of him to retain them. The leader of Bloodline has carried the main event scene from the Thunderdome era to the new creative direction of Triple H, leading many fans to question when his run will end. Speaking over on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer discussed WWE plotting plans to have Roman Reigns drop the titles at WrestleMania 39. I guess there's talk of breaking that one up already this year, maybe at WrestleMania, Dave Meltzer said. Triple H's direction for Reigns now seems to be making or finding a credible challenger for him to main event against at this year's WrestleMania. Fans have been wondering if The Rock will be the one to come after the Tribal Chief and knock him off his throne in WWE. Vince Russo has given his thoughts on the prospect of Roman Reigns' next opponent being Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 39. Reigns is set to put his titles on the line against one of his former opponents, Kevin Owens, at Royal Rumble 2023 and is expected to come out on top again. Following this match, there is a lot of chatter surrounding the possibility of the dream match between Roman Reigns and The Rock coming to life at this year's WrestleMania. However, that may not happen if the Great One cannot clear up his schedule this April for a match. Speaking over on Sportskeeda as the Wrestling Outlaws, the former WWE writer discussed Stone Cold Steve Austin stepping in to fill the spot left at WrestleMania 39 against the head of the table. He's not going to do anything to tarnish the legacy, not Steve Austin. He would not be coming back unless he thought he could 1000% deliver. No doubt about it. So, if Austin's saying, "I'm coming back, I want to come back," I know he 1000%. Do you think Roman Reigns will leave with both titles at WrestleMania 39? Sound off below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me